We live in a world of rapid change and disruption, but Chad Raney has lived with disruption his whole life. After a three-wheeler accident at the age of 13 broke his neck, Chad was determined to use his experience as a force for positive change. Appearing in People magazine and on the television program Our Magazine with Gary Collins, Chad was heavily involved in a public service campaign with the Consumer Product Safety Commission, educating consumers on the dangers of three-wheelers and getting the vehicles off the market. After graduating from college, where he studied entrepreneurship, Chad took what some might consider a weakness, being in a wheelchair, and used his experience to benefit others, creating Care Choice Home Medical Supply in 1994. The company was a success, winning the Texas Governor's Award for Entrepreneurship, and in the late 90s, he was able to sell the business to pursue other opportunities. As fate would have it, a few months after the sale of Care Choice, Chad endured disruption once again when an automobile accident shattered both of his legs. Chad was determined not to let the incident slow him down. While in the hospital recovering, he took his passion for music and channeled it into the creation of LoneStarMusic.com, which quickly became the hub for Texas music and singer-songwriters in the early 2000s. Lone Star Music received national acclaim and was instrumental in furthering the careers of artists like Cross-Canadian Ragweed and Randy Rogers, in financing the first album for singer-songwriter Ryan Bingham, who would go on to win an Oscar and a Grammy for the soundtrack to the motion picture Crazy Heart. Disruption came once again, this time thanks to a little device you might have heard of called the iPhone. iTunes and online music disrupted the entire music industry, but especially impacted brick-and-mortar stores selling physical CDs. Chad sold his interest in Lone Star Music and set his sights on the local real estate market in his hometown of Texarkana. His passion for marketing and his desire for helping people were a perfect match for selling real estate. With his characteristic drive, leadership, and grit, Chad sold 35 houses on his own, then 65, becoming the Rookie of the Year for the state of Texas with RE/MAX. Understanding he needed a different model to grow his business, he found his home with Keller Williams. Since then, his business has thrived along with opportunities to make an impact beyond the local market. As the real estate business continues to grow and new technologies and platforms enter the marketplace, Chad Raney is keenly aware that change and disruption are inevitable. And it is those that proactively adopt and adapt who will survive. In a highly competitive and changing market, you can be disrupted or be a disruptor. Or, as Chad likes to ask, are you a hammer or are you a nail?